We went camping as a group of 3. Just a simple weekend trip, nothing extreme. It was me, my older brother Oleg, and his girlfriend Lisa. The place was called Pine Hollow Campground, a remote forest area several hours away from the city. No nearby towns, no cell service, no tourists this time of year. The website described it as perfect for isolation and silence. That should have been the first warning. We arrived just before sunset. The road leading to the campground was narrow and cracked, surrounded by tall pine trees that blocked most of the sky. The further we drove, the quieter everything became, no cars, no birds, not even insects. At the entrance stood a faded wooden sign. Pine Hollow Campground. Open year-round. Below it, someone had carved a message into the wood. The letters were uneven, deep, and old. Do not stay after dark. Oleg laughed. Probably some local trying to scare people away, he said. Lisa didn't laugh. We picked a campsite near an old stone fire pit. The pit looked ancient, like it had been there long before the campground officially existed. The forest around us was dense. The trees stood too close together, their branches twisting inward as if trying to hide what was inside. As night fell, we lit the fire. The flames were the only thing keeping the darkness back. Around midnight, while we were sitting quietly by the fire, Lisa suddenly stiffened. "Do you hear that?" she asked. Oleg and I listened. At first, nothing. Then, a branch snapped. Not close. Not far. Somewhere just beyond the firelight. We aimed our flashlights toward the trees. That's when we saw a figure. A woman stood between the trees, completely still. Her silhouette was thin and unnatural, her head slightly tilted. She didn't move. She just watched us. "Hey!" Oleg called out. "Are you lost?" The fire flickered. And the woman was gone. I went into my tent, but sleep didn't come easily. The forest was too quiet, an unnatural kind of silence that pressed against your ears. Then I heard it. A whisper, right beside my head. Soft. Female. Don't fall asleep. My eyes snapped open. The tent was empty. But outside, I could see the firelight. And a shadow sitting beside it. I slowly unzipped the tent. The woman was sitting by the campfire. Up close, she looked wrong. Her skin was pale, almost gray. Her hair was long, wet, and tangled, hanging over her face. Her arms were too thin, her fingers too long, resting just inches from the flames, yet she didn't flinch from the heat. She smiled at the fire. Not at us. At the fire. "You're always so loud," she said calmly. Oleg stepped out of his tent. "Who are you?" he asked. The woman turned her head slowly toward him. "I sleep here," she replied. "Just like you." Lisa grabbed Oleg's arm. "We should leave," she whispered. The woman's smile widened. "You're allowed to leave," she said. "Not everyone chooses to." We packed up the moment the sun came up. None of us talked about the woman. Not during the drive. Not even when we reached civilization. We wanted to believe it was exhaustion. Or a shared hallucination. That illusion didn't last. A few days later, curiosity got the better of me. I searched the campground's name online. Buried deep in an old forum thread, I found stories that matched ours exactly. There's a woman who sits by the fire. She never follows you. If you leave after the first night, you're safe. If you stay another night, she won't let you leave. Another post was dated 12 years ago. My sister stayed. Only her tent was found. A week later, Lisa disappeared. She left Oleg a text message. "I need to go back. She's calling me. She says I belong there." The police found her car parked at Pine Hollow Campground. The campsite was empty. The fire pit was cold. But the ashes had been disturbed, as if someone had been sitting there recently. The officer told us one final thing. They found bare footprints leading into the forest. 2 sets. One adult. One, not entirely human. They stopped at the fire pit. And nowhere else. The campground is still open. People still camp there. Some reviews mention strange whispers at night. Others talk about a woman who sits too close to the fire. Most people leave after one night. Some don't. And if you ever see a woman sitting silently by your campfire, remember, she sleeps there. Not you. There were 5 of us when we arrived at the campground. It was supposed to be a simple overnight trip, nothing extreme. Just a few tents, a fire, and one quiet night before heading home. The place was called Ridgewood State Campground. Old, remote, surrounded by forest on all sides. At the entrance stood a metal sign, rusted and bent with age. Most of the rules were normal. No open fires after 11 p.m. Quiet hours, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. But the last rule was carved deep into the metal, not painted. Do not leave your tent after 12 a.m. Someone laughed. "Guess they're serious about drunk campers," Mark said. None of us thought twice about it. That was our mistake. The fire burned low as midnight approached. At exactly 12 a.m., everything stopped. No wind. No insects. No distant animals. It felt like the forest had been muted. I checked my phone. 12:01 a.m. That's when we heard the footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Careful. Walking around the tents. The steps circled us once. Then twice. None of us spoke. My chest felt tight, like I forgot how to breathe. Then a voice whispered from just outside my tent. "Guys. I can't see anything." It was Tim's voice. But Tim was sleeping 3 feet away from me. I could hear his breathing. The voice continued. "I think I walked the wrong way, please come out." Mark panicked. "That's Tim," he whispered. "He needs help." Before anyone could stop him, Mark unzipped his tent. Cold air rushed in. We heard him step outside. There was a pause. Then a short, choking scream. And then, nothing. No footsteps. No movement. Just silence. At sunrise, the forest felt normal again. Birds returned. Wind moved the trees. Mark's tent was unzipped. Empty. No blood. No signs of struggle. In the dirt in front of the tents, someone had written with a stick. "One left. For remain." We packed up and tried to leave. But the road leading out was blocked by fallen trees. No signal. No way out. That night, we didn't light a fire. At exactly midnight, the footsteps returned. This time, closer. Heavier. Something brushed against the side of my tent. Then a different voice spoke. My voice. "I already checked outside," it said. "It's safe. Come see." My skin went cold. I hadn't moved. Jake screamed. I heard his zipper move. I screamed at him to stop. Too late. The sound of bones cracking echoed through the trees. When morning came, Jake was gone. The message in the dirt was updated. 2 left. 3 remain. That night, we stayed completely still. We didn't whisper. We didn't breathe loudly. The thing walked around us, copying our voices, laughing softly when we didn't respond. At one point it whispered directly into my tent. "You're learning." On the 4th night, only 2 of us were left. The voice outside sounded exhausted. Weak. Begging. "Please. I'm hurt." I closed my eyes and waited. When the sun rose, the campground was empty. No tents. No bags. No bodies. Only the sign at the entrance had changed. "Do not come back." The campground is still listed as open. Every summer, people disappear. Rangers say it's wildlife. Locals know better. And if you ever camp somewhere that tells you not to leave your tent after midnight, don't ask why. Just listen.